Teacher talking sports, what it does, what it do, how we living. Let's continue our series of NFL Mount Rushmores. We've done 8. Here is the ninth, and honestly, the most challenging because this franchise has had so much success, not really recently, but all time. That is the Dallas Cowboys. We're going in alphabetical order. This is the ninth team. The Dallas Cowboys have been around since 1960. So now 62 seasons of NFL play. They won the Super Bowl in the 1971, 1977, 1992, 1993, and 1995 seasons. 5 Super Bowl wins, 8 Super Bowl appearances. So many historic players known by some as America's team. So to limit this to 4 was very challenging. I will have a plethora of options at honorable mention, a boatload. Let's get into it though. Dallas Cowboys Mount Rushmore. Players will be named in alphabetical order by last name, starting with Bob Lilly. Bob Lilly was drafted 13th overall by the Cowboys in the 1961 NFL Draft, was a first ballot Hall of Famer in 1980, played all 14 of his NFL seasons with the Cowboys, never missing a game, starting all 196 of his career games. Absolutely incredible that he never missed a game. 11-time Pro Bowler, 7-time first team All-Pro, including 6 straight seasons from 1964 to 69. Was a member of the team's first Super Bowl championship, was on both the Hall of Fame all 1960s and all 1970s teams. The defensive tackle. Sacks were not an official stat, but according to Football Reference, they credit him with 95 and a half career sacks in his career, 3 fumble recoveries for touchdowns, an interception for a touchdown. Just an incredible player. Gil Brandt of NFL.com, in his list of best defensive tackles of all time, I'm not sure when he made this list. I believe 2 or 3 years ago, he put Bob Lilly atop the list. Well-deserving choice for the Cowboys Mount Rushmore. Next, we got the all-time NFL leading rusher, Emmitt Smith. Emmitt Smith is such an incredible player. He was he was selected 17th overall in the 1990 NFL Draft. Played his first 13 seasons with the Cowboys before spending his last 2 with the Arizona Cardinals, but he was already the NFL's all-time leading rusher before joining the Cardinals. With Dallas, he made 8 Pro Bowls, was a 4-time first-team All-Pro, was the 1993 MVP, also finished finished third in MVP voting twice, the Offensive Rookie of the Year in 1990, led the league in rushing 4 times in a 5-year span from 1991 to 95. Had 2 seasons of 20-plus rushing touchdowns, the all-time leading rushing touchdown leader as well. 153 of his 164 came with the Cowboys. Won 3 Super Bowls with the team. Was the Super Bowl 28 MVP. Emmitt Smith, one of the all-time greats at running back and one of the all-time great Cowboys. Next, we have Roger Staubach. Roger Staubach was drafted in the 10th round, 129th overall by the Cowboys in the 1964 NFL Draft. Was a first ballot Hall of Famer in 1985. He did not play until he was 27 years old due to being in the Navy, spending 4 years there. So didn't come to the pros until he's 27 years old. Despite that, had an excellent 11-year career, won 2 Super Bowls, was the Super Bowl 6 MVP, was named to 6 Pro Bowls, part of the Hall of Fame All 1970s team. all time, his record as a starting quarterback was an incredible 85-29. Threw for 22,700 yards and 153 touchdowns in his career. Led the league in touchdowns once. Quarterback rating 4 times. Was fourth in MVP voting each of his last 2 seasons. Was the runner-up in 1971. Roger Staubach. Definitely well deserving of his place in the Cowboys Mount Rushmore. And finally, another defensive tackle. Again, let's go with Gil Brandt's best defensive tackles of all time. He has this man, Randy White, fourth on his list, the fourth best defensive tackle. Randy White was taken second overall by the Cowboys in the 1975 NFL Draft, where he spent the entirety of his 14-year career. Was a first ballot Hall of Famer. In 1994, in his 14 seasons, made 9 straight Pro Bowls from 1977 to 1985. 7 of those, he was also named a first-team All-Pro. Won a Super Bowl, Super Bowl 12. That season, he was also named the that Super Bowl, he was also named the Super Bowl MVP. Finished second in Defensive Player of the Year once, third 3 times, fourth once. Was always seen amongst the greats at his position, or just the defense in general. Sacks were not an official stat until 1982, but Pro Football Reference credits him for 111, which is mighty impressive from the defensive tackle position. Had 5 seasons in which he reached double-digit totals. Randy White is the 4th and final member of the Cowboys Mount Rushmore. So again, in alphabetical order, we got Bob Lilly, we got Emmitt Smith, we got Roger Staubach, and we got Randy White. Now, the Cowboys have had so many good players in their history that their 4th Mount Rushmore, so their 13th to 16th best players all time, could probably be better than some of the other teams' first Mount Rushmores. The hardest guy for me to leave off was Larry Allen, an all-time great offensive lineman. But other guys that were very hard to leave off: Troy Aikman, Michael Irvin, and Mel Renfro and Tony Dorsett. Those, I believe, were the biggest snubs from this Mount Rushmore. Other honorable mentions, and I could go on for literally 2 hours, so I'm gonna limit it to these guys: Tony Dorsett, Ed Too Tall Jones, Drew Pearson, Cornell Green, Nate Newton, Chuck Howley, Tony Romo, Don Meredith, Ezekiel Elliott, Dak Prescott. Current players, I'll name 2 of them. Of course, Micah Parsons, come back in 5-6 years, see where he's at. Jason Witten, Bob Bullet Hayes, Leroy Jordan, Darren Woodson, DeMarcus Ware, Rayfield White, Harvey Martin, Tyron Smith, Zach Martin, Everson Walls, Deion Sanders. I could go on for, again, hours upon hours with honorable mentions. I'll stop there, though. Definitely one of the most challenging Mount Rushmores I've done this far, but we got it done. 9 of 32 done. Next, tomorrow, will be the Denver Broncos. Let me know in the comments if you agree with this Mount Rushmore, who you would include. Again, so many great players. There's really no right answers as a subjective list. So many deserving guys. Who would you include in yours? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video, share the video, hit the bell for notifications. I'm out.